Good morning. Today, our topic is spring fever, how to re-inspire your choir to finish the year strong. My name is Andrea Oram. If you're new around here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And I am so looking forward to talking about this topic because for so many of us, this is extra true. Right after spring break, right around spring break, around Easter time, that kind of part of the year. And so I'm looking forward to talking about ways that I reinvigorate my choir, and ways that you can. And if you have ideas to share, you're welcome to share those as well. But before we get into it, I wanted to mention that I'm doing a giveaway on my YouTube channel. So if you are interested, if you like what we talked about here today and you're watching on YouTube, you can click the subscribe button and share in the comments, and you can be entered into the giveaway once we hit 100. So that'll be really fun. It's going to be a great giveaway. And also, if you're not watching on YouTube, you can go over and check out the YouTube channel from the link in the description of this video. And if you're watching on Facebook, you can check out the new and freelance music teacher community if that is something that would interest you. If you're like, man, these types of topics are things that are really helpful for me, and I would benefit from seeing more of them. We talk a lot in that group. There are extra bonus giveaways in that group. We share funny stories, all sorts of fun things. So come check that out if that interests you, and we would love to see you there. And if you're watching from there already, awesome. Good morning. Say hello. I love to connect with you in the comments, either live or on replay. So let's talk. Spring fever. My choir totally has it right now. In fact, we had a rough rehearsal. Let's see, two out of my three choirs had kind of a rough rehearsal this past week. And it's not rough in the sense that it was bad, but just rough in the sense that it wasn't our best. We weren't all up to our best, right? We had some major lack of focus. We had some extra squirreliness. And it really depends on what age your choir is, how you might use different tools to re-inspire them. So I'm going to mention a couple different ways, all right? Here's one way, and this is a great way for kind of that middle age, so third grade through, 6th or 7th grade, something like that. That's the age group that I use these types of tools with. I love adding in some singing games or movement games. If you have the type of space that you can move in, maybe it's a folk dance, maybe it is some sort of singing game, but I have found that really, A, gets the wiggles and jitters out, B, and kind of gets my choir reconnected to each other. So if they don't know all the other students in the choir, some of those games help them to get to know each other a little bit better and to connect with other people in the group. And we're able to focus a little bit better afterwards. So I sometimes will take time during rehearsal, as long as we're doing okay with our concert material, as long as we are in a place that is going to be good enough for our concert at the end of the year. Because right now, at least, I only have like 3 or 4 more rehearsals with my groups, because we get done end of April, early May, which is crazy. It's crazy to me. But anyway, things end fast in the homeschool choir world that I live in. But that has been super useful to kind of reinvigorate, re-inspire my younger students. Way number 2, and this works for all my ages, all of my choirs, 3rd through 12th grade, is to have something motivating to look forward to besides just the concert. So this, for example, this year I'm taking them at the end of May to sing the national anthem at a baseball game here in Minnesota for our Minnesota baseball team, the Twins. And so they're really excited, really excited to go sing the anthem. So if we're having a hard moment and we're just like not recentering, not refocusing, then I will pull out the anthem, we'll review it, and I'll be like, we're going to be in front of so many people, like talk them up. This is going to be so exciting. I would love to show them the best that you got, all that kind of stuff. And oftentimes that helps them to refocus, go, oh yeah, we're going to be in front of so many people. Like, I want to be on my best, not just like best behavior or something like that, but put my best foot forward, my best voice, and kind of show them who we are, what we do, and how we have so much fun together, right? And how we're able to make awesome music. So I'll use a future event, it could be the concert or it could be something different. I choose something different because sometimes there are certain kids who don't love concerts, and that's okay. But I tried to choose an event to help them to remember and think forward about what we're practicing towards, what our goals are, especially because when they're younger, it's hard for them to visualize forward like that, especially when it only happens once and then you're done, but you've been practicing it for a few months to get ready for that opportunity. So that is also really useful. And my third way to re-inspire my choirs, at least a third way that I like to make use of, is back quite a while ago. And I think I talked about this maybe in January, late January, something like that. So you should be able to find this video in the new and freelance music teacher community group if you search for it. But I talked with my choirs and had like a reset moment. And we had a commitment created. We talked about values, and we talked about what values we want our choir to portray, what values we want to show within our choir family during rehearsals, and what expectations we want to hold each other to. And so I will often revisit that when we need a moment to remember why we're all here, to remember the goals that we are working towards, to remember the expectations we set for ourselves. They set for themselves, really, because I just wrote down things that they thought were most important to include. So I will revisit that, and that reminds them, oh yeah, this is what we committed to. And we're going to finish that commitment. We're going to follow through. And that really teaches them about commitments and about following through with doing something that you said you would do and finishing what you start. So that is another really useful tool. I usually use that with my older groups, and that works super well. So a couple ideas for you to get your ideas rolling, your thoughts rolling on some ways to re-inspire a choir around spring break and to help us push strong to the finish line. All right. So I'm glad for those of you who are able to connect with me live. If you are watching the replay, say hello. I love to connect with you also. And if you are someone who really enjoyed this, again, check out the YouTube channel, check out the new and freelance music teacher group. We would love to see you there and connect with you further. What are some ways, if you have other ideas besides just the ones I just shared, what are some ways that you re-inspire, reinvigorate, help your choir focus at this time of year? I would love to hear some ways that you do that, if they're additional or different ways than I just shared this morning. So thanks for being with me, and I'll catch you again tomorrow. Bye for now.